My name is A.B. Soto. I am in Portland today for the Red Dress benefits.
Thank you, Portland! It's my second time here in Portland.
I'm a performance artist. I combine fashion, dance, music, and design into music. My inspiration for fashion right now is to do completely the opposite of what everyone's doing. My process of writing is kind of all over the place. Sometimes I'll write songs like on the treadmill at the gym. I do a lot of notes, so if I have an idea, a melody, or like a word that comes to mind, I'll make a note of it on my phone or on a piece of paper. And then that happens for like months or like a year, and then I'll combine all of that together when I start recording an album and making music. And I'll just pull and piece everything together that I've collected throughout the months. And then that's how I write. The lyric in Butch Beat, the Hollywood scene never did it for me. I always felt like an outsider in the middle of Hollywood. So I always felt like there was cliques that I didn't belong, and I kind of just never really like fit in, even in my own community. You know, I always felt like an outsider. Working in Hollywood as a dancer, as an actor, the roles that I was being asked to play were very stereotypical, and they were very Latin, and it was just like, well, I'm more than just Latin, and I'm more than just like being gay, and I'm more than like pretending to be straight just for this like film project. So I felt like I was just suppressing a lot of who I really was, and so it was probably like another reason why I was never really making it, because it wasn't authentic, and I think that energy just kind of like was exuding into the projects. When I threw all that away and decided to just be myself is when I started having a lot of fun and things started happening. I feel very strong about just the whole gay and lesbian community, you know? I feel like we're such an awesome bunch that I want to inspire everyone to just kind of like not feel shame, you know, and just kind of be alright with being themselves.
Everyone's got a little bit of Huntress. She's a Huntress, he's a Huntress. Everyone's got a little bit of Huntress. You're a Huntress, I'm a Huntress. Everyone's got a little bit of Huntress. She's a Huntress, he's a Huntress. Huntress is cunt. Huntress is real. Huntress is butch. She's the real deal. Huntress is cunt. Huntress is real. Huntress is butch. She's the real deal. Miss Huntress serves. She did that swerve. Miss Huntress serves. She did that swerve. Miss Huntress serves. She gets that swerve. Miss Huntress serves. She gets that swerve.
I think the message with my music and my art is more about pursuing your own path and just being honest and authentic. And it's easy to follow what everyone's doing, but to have the courage to withdraw yourself from the mainstream and really pull out an honest, authentic version of you takes a lot of courage. There's been a couple of venues that have been mixed, and the response from straight fans is like kind of mind-boggling, because they'll come by after a show and they'll say, wow, like what you did up there, I don't know what you did or what you describe it, but like that's really badass. Like way to go, you know, like, and to hear that from like these straight guys is really cool because that makes me feel like we're making a difference, you know, and if we can change the way straight people, the world in general just sees us, we're making a difference, and maybe that person might have a gay son in the future, or, you know, a gay brother or something, and he'll be like, well, maybe I should give him a chance, just like I did that kid that was on stage, you know? And so we're all making a difference.
Wearing the same old stereotypical look again, that's not fashion. Having money and style are two different things, that's not fashion. Looking still tired and that's not fashion. Being uptight, labor hard, caddy, queen. I don't care what you are, who you are, what you are, think you are, say you are, believe you are, gay and like rail shot, I'm giving you fashion, 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 camera, fashion, fashion, wearing your confidence from head to toe, that's fashion. Be stylish wherever you go, that's fashion. I'll tell you this, man, 24 hours a day, that's fashion. I think of the rules, no matter what they say, that's I don't care where you are, who you are, what you are, think you are, say you are, believe you are, say it, like rain or shine, I'm beating you. Fashion, 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 fashion.
You know, I'm really inspired by gay history and what a lot of people had to do to fight for us to be accepted in society now. I think back then it was really, really hard, you know, 20, 30, 40 years ago to be gay. So the art that came from that era, I don't know why it just fascinates me so much, and it's so intriguing because it took so much balls to do something different. Now it's a little bit easier, and you know, being gay in the media is kind of cool, and all of a sudden, you know, there's like a slew of artists, and there's this really like great energy in art right now.
What do you think about straight artists singing songs with gay themes in them?
There was a point where I thought it was kind of like really cool, you know, because that's all that we had to identify with. But now, I do feel this whole gay dollar agenda, which I don't know, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Especially now since there's so many cool artists making honest gay music. I think it's time they let us all in, you know? And if they really are for us, you know, you'll let us in. I love what with all the gay rap kids, what everyone's doing. RuPaul, you know, he's making he's changing people's minds, you know. There's a lot of recording artists that are really like making a difference. So in New York and in LA, performance art, singers, rappers. Yeah, it's a really good time in music right now.
Are you excited about the show tonight?
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to dance with you guys.
I miss that.
Antonio is one of my really good friends, dancers from New York. I haven't seen him in a few months because I've been on the road.
She's been working.
And Miss Matthew, is from LA. And I haven't seen him in a few months either, so I'm excited to, yeah.
It's like our reunion in October.
Yeah.
I miss you.
Yes. It's gonna be a really good show. We're giving you greatest hits. And so it's gonna be good. I can't wait. I'm excited. I've got gowns,
Dresses, corsets.
Well, Fag Out was inspired by Party Girl when Parker Posey tells her friend, "Don't fag out, Derek. Don't fag out." It's kind of like telling you. I feel like at that moment she was telling me, "Oh my God, like suppress your faggotiness. Like you're being such a diva." And I was just like, she was being funny, of course, but I was like, wait a minute, like what if everyone just like never edited themselves? They just kind of like fagged out and just let go. So that was the inspiration for Fag Out. Huntress is just this super out of this world, like feminine, higher being that I think everyone kind of possesses. Crunchy is just not caring and just kind of doing as you please. And knowing that it's kind of a little rough around their edges, but you don't care. Huntress is more like divine, like more like New York club kids, like turning it right now in Brooklyn. And Crunchy is more like, we just don't give a fuck. Like, it's from the street. Like, it's like, you just like all that in a bag of chips. You're so crunchy. I didn't start dancing until I was 20, actually. I was working as a designer and I was kind of bored and I always felt compelled to go take a dance class, and it just kept kind of bothering me to like, you need to be in this dance class. There was like this little voice that was like, you need to go to the dance class. I went and took that dance class that weekend, fell in love, quit my job to dance and just be a broke artist. And I was like, I'm so happy I'm dancing, this is my bliss. But I knew that I needed that fashion. Like I was collecting all these different crafts that I don't know why, but my soul was telling me, you need to study fashion, you need to study dance, you need to study performing, because you might need it in the future. And I didn't realize that at the time. I was just kind of pursuing, like, following my passion. And now I know why, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Marching to the drum of your own beat, now that's fashion. This look at how fashion is suddenly. I'm giving you bandages for fashion. Personality, that's fashionality. Style, focus, and power, that's fashion. Fashion, yeah. Fashion, 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 come on, like fashion. Oh yeah, interaction. Just to get reaction. There's a new attraction. Come on, like action. Banji, the category is Banji.
What makes me happy? The passion. Like uncomfortable, like honest, like full out passion in like all areas, from like loyalty and friendships to like lovers to family to work, like everything. Passion in everything. In 10 years, I see myself with a great body of work and family and fun all around me and stability and coziness.
I got one more song for you guys. But remember, boys and girls, camera like action.
Six, seven, eight.
Good.
Don't mess up, dog.
Good.
What's the next?
She messed up.
And I do have new words. Everybody wants to know, like, what's the new word? What's the new t-shirt? What's the... But I'm not gonna tell you because you're gonna take it. She was trying to give me this. Who talks to their friends like this? Nobody talks to their friends like
Well, my best friend, actually.
Well, yeah, it won't be you.
Becky, right?
If you want the realness, then I need to be sitting like this, because I'm like literally like this all the time.
Yeah, that's I had a side baby.
But they're literally waiting for us downstairs because we're running a little late. But that's what's happening right now.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
We can ask more if you want to. I thought that'd be cute to have that drama in there.
Okay.
No, I love it.
What do you think?